Hey, Edwin Wold here again from Can-Am Business Coaching, presenting to you on the coursework for my Business Growth series. Thanks for joining me for this video. In the last video, we went over the book, and in this video, we'll be going through the content of the Workbook Companion. Please keep your book and workbook handy as we go. We'll use them both to implement your knowledge as we progress. Please write in your workbook as we go and hold yourself accountable as always to what you write. You'll keep being amazed at the results and thank yourself for all your hard work. We're in the process of developing your business and have been examining how you should increase revenues and decrease expenses. So let's get to implementing this for your particular business. Reading the workbook, How to Grow Your Business via Increasing Revenue and Cutting Costs, the Workbook Companion, you'll find the following chapters. Chapter 1, Revenue versus Expense. Chapter 2, Analysis First. Chapter 3, The Revenue Road. Chapter 4, Rocket Your Revenue. Chapter 5, Revenue Enhancers. Chapter 6, The Significance of Expenses. Chapter 7, Lower Your Expenses. Chapter 8, The Sweet Spot. Chapter 9, The Next Level, and Chapter 10, Rolling Up Your Sleeves. Let's get implementing the knowledge we just learned and go over the chapters together now. Feel free to go back and review as needed. It is our mutual goal that you understand all the content as we go. As before, each workbook chapter has an introspection section, a taking action section, and some applicable related wisdom I've shared from my experiences. The goals section is designed to keep you, the reader, on pace. Chapter 1, Revenue versus Expense. Expenses and revenue need to be in balance for your company to flourish. If they're not in proper balance, you'll struggle. Lack of revenue will cause your business to be underfunded. Let's get you funded better than ever. Introspection. Are you struggling in business or have you reached a plateau? Is your business struggling from lack of revenue? Detail your situation in the workbook. If your business is struggling from lack of revenue, is it because of your marketing? If yes, then please revisit the marketing book and make changes as needed. In your own words, discuss the relationship between time and money. Detail it in your workbook. Does money chase you, or do you chase after money? We need the money to be chasing you. You see, as we progress, how much time is spent developing you, your mindset, because you are your business and you are your life. The great news is you can highly affect it by putting in the effort. P.T. Barnum gave us some great insight with his quote, "Money is a terrible master, but an excellent servant." Are you benevolent? Do you use your time wisely? Do you regularly manage your revenue in relation to your expenses? What is the relationship between revenue and marketing? How do expenses relate to marketing? Taking action. Successful management of your revenue and expenses for your business is active. Passive business habits will cause you to struggle. So be active. Have a close relationship with your accountant. Understand the financials of your business. Learn and implement. Meet with your accountant or bookkeeper and discuss your business's revenue and expenses. Get your accountant to provide you with yearly and monthly reports of the activities of your business. Have your accountant get you familiar with the books of business so that you can freely communicate from here on. Set up meetings with your accountant or bookkeeper on regular intervals to get updates and so you can track your progress monetarily. You will need to manage your revenue and expenses from this point forward. Map out your week as always on your calendar as to what time you will devote to improve your revenue and expenses. Write it down and stick to it. The goal. It is our goal to help your business be financially sound for all seasons. Chapter 2, Analysis First. Introspection. What is your financial reality? Your accountant's help is advised. What are your financial needs? What are your financial expectations? Detail them so they can be tangible and become your reality. Where's your money coming from? Where's your money going? What is your path forward? Are you still on course or has anything changed? Taking action. All business owners have strengths and weaknesses. Do not let the financial understanding of your business be your weakness. Detail the ways your business is making you money. Review your customer base. Detail them with percentages. Gather input from your customers on your current product service offerings. Detail them in terms of pros and cons. Fix the cons. Do you have recurring revenue? If not, what can you offer your customers to make this happen? Example, do you want to consider adding subscriptions, memberships, creating service plans? Take your number one customer out for lunch and get feedback as to what you can improve and what you're doing right. The goal. Your business needs to be profitable so it can grow and so you can make the most of your opportunities. The ultimate goal is the financial freedom of your business. Let's make it happen. I trust you're already starting to see some of the results of your hard work. Stay dedicated. Let's roll. Chapter 3, The Revenue Road, Introspection. What is your current revenue growth? If you don't know, ask your accountant. What do you want it to be? Taking action. Run through the checklist provided below and in the guidebook. Do you clearly see your financial positioning? Do you offer a product or service you're proud to provide to your customers? Are your processes smooth and reliable? Can your product or service command a pricing indicative of the value you provide? Do you currently have a loyal customer base? Does your product or service provide the best solution for your customers? Are you providing great direction and leadership? Do you have a motivated and unified team? Have you created the right company atmosphere? Does your business pride itself on excellent customer service? Do you have strong internal and external communication? Are you serving a specific niche? Do you serve the underserved? Are you able to meet the demand of your industry and customers? Do your facilities, equipment, and technology have the capacity necessary to allow for growth? Do you have a clear documented plan of where your destination is? Do you have good support from mentorship and or a coach? Do you have your marketing finely tuned? Do you have some additional financial capacity and resources to confidently devote? Anything else needed before flight? Take your mentor out for lunch and get feedback on your answers to what you've done. Anything that may not be ready? The goal. You should be ready to proceed as a stable company to grow your revenue. Chapter 4, Rocket Your Revenue. Introspection. Do you have repeat business? What is the average frequency? Do you have a list of your past customers and their contact information? How many leads per month does your marketing produce? Taking action. Develop your plan to increase your repeat business. Involve your accountant and the leaders within your team. Develop your plan to reactivate your past customers. Create spreadsheets with the names of your customers and all pertinent contact information. Get a marketing automation platform such as MailChimp or the like. Develop your marketing budget and marketing content. Explore promoting your business internationally. Detail which markets you will penetrate. How will you strategically expand your product service offering? How will you strategically contract the size of your product service offering, if applicable? Examine possible businesses to joint venture with. Name the businesses in your workbook. The example provided in your workbook is as follows. If you own a bakery, you may want to contact a cheese producer, a wine supplier, a meat provider, a fruit provider, a music band, a caterer, and ask them if they'd like to co-host a free event at your bakery. Each can bring their best and share in the marketing expenses. They can each showcase their product to promote it so everyone wins. Develop a name in your industry so people know you. Don't be shy. Be the face of your business. Increase your prices reasonably to increase your profit and so that the pricing reflects your value. What is the sweet spot for your pricing? Detail your research. Detail the margins on your product services. A good margin will vary industry to industry, but generally a 20% margin is considered good, a 10% net margin is average, and a 5% net margin is low. The equations are provided in your workbook and calculations your accountant and you need to make. Increase your margins. Plan how you'll prioritize the selling of your highest margin items. Detail how you can add recurring revenue to your current offering. Begin your drip campaign. Plan the frequency below and deliver content that educates and edifies your customers. Develop a friendly and professional presence. I realize I'm always giving you lots of homework, so take your time and do it to the best of your ability. Work closely with your accountant. It isn't easy, but it is necessary for growth that you don't take shortcuts. Feel free to delegate if needed, but make sure you overlook everything carefully before implementing. If not planned and implemented properly, your business will suffer. Onward we roll. Stability should be a reality for you at this stage. Steady growth should be occurring, even if it is sporadic at times. The goal: rocket your revenue. Always be grateful. Show others you're grateful. Chapter 5, Revenue Enhancers. Introspection. Do you downsell? How? What? Do you cross-sell? How? What? Do you upsell? Detail in your book. Do you bundle? Detail the combinations. Are you able to sell warranties? Detail specifically. Get your mentor or coach to review your website. How does it need to be improved? Detail it. Seek input from your webmaster. What online promotions can you offer? Taking action. Look again at the answers to the introspective questions above and discuss them with your team, your mentor or coach, and improve them. Review and track your progress with respect to your revenue at least once a month with your accountant bookkeeper. Track your progress in the workbook. The goal: you should be getting to a point where you'll be firing on all cylinders for your revenue production. Chapter 6, the significance of expenses. Expenses are significant to your profitability. Spend your money on wise expenses that bring your business profitability. Introspection. What are your good expenses? List them. What are your bad expenses? List them. Doesn't it feel great to ditch those bad expenses? It will provide you with freedom. Determine how you will minimize your expenses and move all bad expense spending to good expense spending, for example, on marketing. Be efficient in your marketing as it is an investment. Take your accountant and their significant other out for dinner. Express your gratitude for their help. The goal: you will have your good expenses working to create revenue. Your bad expenses will be mostly removed at this point. You'll manage this on an ongoing basis. Your accountant should report to you any irregularities and have input on how you might grow. It's a lot of work to get and stay financially stable, but so worth it. Chapter 7, lower your expenses. Introspection. Are you targeted marketing? How? Explain how you are implementing the 80-20 rule to increase your efficiency. How can you reduce your selling costs? How can you reduce your real estate costs? We'll discuss further in other videos. How can you reduce your utility costs? This one may be a good example of a task to delegate. Do you pay based on performance? If not, how can you? How do you incentivize your team members? Detail in the workbook how. Are there any tax deductions available to you? Inquire with your accountant. Taking action. Keep in mind at all times that you must learn to save first and spend afterwards. John Poole. Evaluate your targeted marketing and seek feedback from your customers. Detail below. Write an internship proposal. Contact me if you'd like a free sample. Seek out excellent candidates that will likely work for your company upon graduation. Take out your number 2 customer to lunch and get their feedback. The goal: your business should be efficiently spending on all expenses. Chapter 8, the sweet spot. Introspection. Keep these thoughts continuously on your mind. Business needs to be highly profitable. Never try to offer the lowest prices. Offer exceptional value from beginning to end. Do not try being all things to all people. Make your industry great one day at a time. Be a student of your industry. Become a teacher in your industry. Keep an eye on the future. Create the future. Taking action. Detail your sweet spot. Revisit later and update as time goes by. Take out your number 3 customer to lunch and get their feedback. The goal. Track your progress to your sweet spot. Mark where your sweet spot exists so you can travel from that as a home base. Move forward from there. Chapter 9, the next level. Pay attention to the details. Perfect as you go. Introspection. How smoothly is your business running? How is your team performing? What improvements can you make? Taking action. Compliment your team members for the strengths that they bring to the team. Thank them graciously for their devotion to the team. Plan a fun company event. Create an enabled atmosphere. Review with your team. Detail the feedback. Implement your plan taking into account the feedback. How can you be more benevolent? Take out your number 4 customer to lunch and get their feedback. The goal. You will have a strong enabled team. The team will allow you to be a great leader. Chapter 10, rolling up your sleeves. We've come a long way in a short time as usual in this series. At this stage, you should be witnessing some positive strides in financial growth. You should be efficient in your spending, managing, and directing as you go. Keep your sleeves rolled up. Introspection. How does your growth look? Discuss with your accountant. How does your future look? How is your work-life balance? Taking action. Read at least 1 book per week to further develop yourself and or your business. Actively build. Take out your number 5 customer to lunch and get their feedback. The goal. Achieve balance and smell the flowers. I'm happy to answer questions. ed@canambusinesscoaching.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Let's keep rolling forward. See you in the next book video. Remember, the sky's the limit.